Okay, and these types of biasing are there in your syllabus. So you can assume that you will get 70 to 80% problems from this BJT, not theory. So that's why I'm asking that have you done this problem, yes or no? If no, fine, I'll discuss, you can do it in the class.
No, ma'am, not done.
Not done. Okay, fine. Thank you that you have already told me that you haven't done this one. No problem. Okay, fine. So let us first complete this portion and then I'll go move to the problems. So we have till yet we have done CE connection, right? Common emitter connection. So CE connection, CV connection. These are the two very important types of connections in BJT. Okay. Now, common emitter amplification factor was done. This relationship was done. So slide number 13 was also done. And in slide number 14, we had some problems. Okay, 14, 15. Now 15. Okay, so just write down this one and then we will discuss the problems. That is common collector configuration. This is the last type of configuration which could be possible in a BJT. CB, CE and CC, common base, common emitter, common collector. So this is CC configuration. Give a heading, common collector configuration, and just hear me out. You don't need to study the input and output characteristics of this configuration because this configuration have a very poor efficiency. Okay, so this configuration are basically it is not used. Okay, only CB and CE, these two types of configuration are used. So just give a heading, common collector configuration, draw these two figures for PNP and for NPN. Also draw the symbolic figure and then just write down 2 to 3 lines. That will be enough.
PT, please turn on your video.
So I am having very, not stable connection. Okay, still I'll try. Just a second. Is it okay? Am I visible now?
Yes, you are visible now. Fine.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay. So just draw this figure, students. CC configuration. Once you are done, let me know, okay? Please be fast.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Aratrika.
Ma'am, after class, can you post the slide in our classroom?
The slides. Okay, fine, sure.
Okay, ma'am.
Particular this slide or the total BJT?
Ma'am, it
PPT of
will
the
be
total.
better if you post all the slides.
Okay, fine. Man Verma, are you there in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, I got your message. Am I visible? I guess no, right?
What, ma'am?
Am I visible? My video is on. Am I visible?
No, ma'am.
No, someone is saying yes, ma'am.
I think it's my network issue.
Okay. So write down in common collector configuration or in CC configuration. Okay. Write down in common collector configuration. In which terminal we will apply the input? Just have a look and then tell me. Base or emitter or base or collector? In which terminal we will apply the input? Man Verma, what is your opinion?
Yes, ma'am. Telling it.
See, the name is common collector. That means collector will be common in both input terminal and in the output terminal. So, in which side we will give the input terminal? Two options are there. Base and collector, base or emitter. What
B
side?
and E.
B and
E.
if B and E, then how I can say this one is common collector? It should be B and C, base and collector. And we will
Yeah,
take
ma'am.
the output from the emitter and collector. Keep this one in your mind. While it is CB, base will be common for both input and output. Okay. In the emitter and base terminal, we are giving the input. In the collector and base terminal, we are taking the output for CB connection. Okay. Make that very clear. For CE connection, E will be common in both input and output terminal. That is emitter. Okay. Emitter will be common in both input and output terminal. So what is going on? So for that case, EB will be in the input terminal and EC will be in the output terminal. Fine. This is common collector configuration. And in common collector configuration, collector is common for both input and output terminal. Fine. So when it is input, our terminal will be C and B, and when it is output, our terminals will be E and C. As simple as that. C should be always common. So write down in this type of arrangement or in CC arrangement.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, E and C will be in output.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
In CC connection, input is applied between base and collector while the output is taken between the emitter and collector. Full stop. In CC connection, input is applied between base and collector while the output is taken between the emitter and collector. Is this done? Then write down. Here the collector of the transistor is common to both input and output terminal, and that's why the name common collector connection.
Ma'am, here the collector is common.
Yes, collector is common to the both input and output terminals. Here the collector is common to the both input and output terminals, and that's why the name is common collector connection. Okay. Now, as I have told you that this type of connections are not that much used. Basically, they are not used. Why? Because here the voltage gain is less than 1. Now, you may ask why. Why the voltage gain is less than Y? Technically, in collector terminal, the resistance is very high. Okay. So, what is happening while you are giving any input? In the input terminal, the resistance is very high with compared to the output terminal. In the input terminal, the resistance is very high, and in the output terminal, the resistance is low. In the here, the emitter is the output terminal, right, and collector is the input terminal. So always in collector side, the resistance is high with compared to emitter. So while the resistance is high, obviously, I mean, very less amount of current it will draw. So it's I mean, A, that is gain is very, I mean, gain is less than 1. That's why this type of this type of connections are not used. Just change the para and write down. Change the para and then write down. The common collector circuit has a very high input resistance. The common collector circuit has a very high input resistance. In bracket, write down about 750 kilo ohm. The common collector circuit has a very high input resistance. In bracket, write down about 750 kilo ohm and very low output resistance. In bracket, write down 25 ohm.
Ma'am, after input resistance.
Input resistance, very low input. Sorry, wait a minute. The common collector connection has a very high input resistance. In bracket, write down about 750 kilo ohm. Standard value, okay? About 750 kilo ohm and a very low output resistance. In bracket, write down 25 ohm. Full stop and then write down. Due to this reason, the gain of the circuit is less than 1. Due to this reason, the gain of the circuit is less than 1. Full stop. Have you written up to this? In the next line, write down, therefore, this circuit arrangement is seldom used. Therefore, this circuit arrangement is seldom used. Next, give a heading, current amplification factor. Now for CC configuration, current amplification factor is denoted by gamma. So alpha is for CB, beta is for CE, and for CC it is gamma. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, you said this circuit is seldom used. I mean, it's not used anywhere.
No, it's used in actually in impedance matching where we need to. I mean, this type of circuits are used for impedance matching. Okay. Suppose there is a very high impedance source. Okay, and from there you want to derive a low impedance. Okay, for that purpose, this type of circuits are used. It is not used for amplification purpose. Okay. You may write that part that for impedance matching, this type of circuits or this type of connections are used.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
the gamma will be less than beta and alpha.
Yes. Now at first write down current amplification factor and then write down the theory part, that is the ratio of change in emitter current del E to change in base current del B is known as current amplification factor in CC arrangement. The ratio of change in, write down, the ratio of change in emitter current to change in base current in CC arrangement is known as current amplification factor gamma, or gamma is equal to delta IE by delta IB. Keep this inside a box and mark this one as per your copy. Just have a look which one is your last equation and then mark this one. Now see, relationship between gamma and alpha. See, gamma equals to, we know, delta I by delta IB. Okay. Alpha equals to, also we know, delta of IC by delta of IE, because alpha is for CB connection, and for CB connection IC is the collector current, is the output current, and emitter current is the input current. Okay. Also we know IE is equal to IB plus IC, that is emitter current is the summation of base current and collector current. Now we are changing the, we are taking delta in both sides. From here, we are getting IB is equal to del of IE minus del of IC. Now, instead of this gamma, we are substituting this value. Instead of IE is written over there, and instead of IB, we are writing this term. Okay, that is delta IE by delta of IC. Now we are dividing both numerator and denominator with delta of IE, and we are getting 1 divided by 1 minus del of IC by del of IE, which is equals to, again we know alpha, so gamma equals to 1 divided by 1 minus alpha. This is the relationship between gamma and alpha. Okay, write down, keep this one inside also a box, and mark, give a equation number according to your copy. Write down this derivation, and once you are done, let me know. I'll move to next slide. Is this done? Shall I move to the next slide? Yes or no?
Doing the last step, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm ready.
Okay. Yes, done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now, last expression for collector current. Okay. Now, all of you know that IC is equal to alpha into IE plus ICVO. This one we have derived in the previous in the previous class. Okay. Also, IE is equal to IB plus IC. This is a generalized transistor equation. Okay. IB we are keeping the way it is, and instead of IC we are writing this equation alpha IE plus ICVO, and then we are taking common IE. We are taking this into the left hand side. Okay, alpha IE part, and we are taking common IE. So IE, after taking common, we are getting IE into 1 minus alpha, and in the right hand side IB plus ICVO is there, or IE is equal to, we are getting IB by 1 minus alpha plus ICVO divided by 1 minus alpha. Okay, As we know, IC is nearly equals to IE. So we can write beta plus 1 into IB, and this one also beta plus 1 into ICVO. Simple. Write down this equation. If you are not able to understand this step, that how we are getting IB divided by 1 minus alpha directly in this form, beta plus 1 into IB, in this side, okay, just write down beta equals to 1. We know alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. Add 1 in both left hand side and right hand side. So in the left hand side you will get beta plus 1. In the right hand side you will get alpha divided by 1 minus alpha plus 1. Just do the addition, you will get 1 divided by 1 minus alpha is equal to 1 plus beta. Simple. Okay. If you are unable to understand this part, just write down in the, just give a heading NB and then write down this part.
Ma'am, here collector current will come in term of beta.
Acha. Have you written up to this? IE is equal to beta by 1 minus alpha plus ICVO by 1 minus alpha.
Yes, ma'am.
After that, write down. We know. Just write down. We know beta equals to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. At first, write down this part. We know beta equals to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. Now, in the next line, in both LS side and RS side, add 1. That is, in the left hand side, it will be beta plus 1. In the right hand side, it will be alpha divided by 1 minus alpha plus 1. Now do this addition, alpha divided by 1 minus alpha plus 1. Do this addition. So in the numerator part, there will be 1 minus alpha. In the denominator part, there will be 1 minus alpha. And then in the numerator part, there will be alpha plus 1 minus alpha. So your alpha and minus alpha will get cancelled out. And you will get beta plus 1 is equal to 1 divided by beta plus, and you will get beta plus 1 is equal to, 1 divided by 1 minus alpha. Did you get that?
Yes, ma'am. That is beta plus 1 is equal to gamma.
You don't need to write that. Beta plus 1 equals to gamma.
Okay.
So we are getting IE equals to beta plus 1 into IB plus beta plus 1 into ICVO. Yes? Done? In the next line, just write down, as we know IC equals to IE, so IC equals to same equation. Okay. Derivations are important till yet. Let me tell you what are important for your semester. CB connection, CE connection, configuration, both input and output characteristics. Okay. Transistor action. And then the relationship, what do you mean by alpha, what do you mean by beta, what do you mean by gamma, relationship between alpha and beta, relationship between alpha and gamma. These are the important. Okay. Now, okay, let us go to slide number 14. Do this problem. This one. Draw this one. And the question is, this one was your homework. Draw draw this one, and the question is determine VCB in the transistor shown in the
Ma'am, this
figure.
one, ma'am.
This one. Have you done this one?
Hello,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Have you done this one? Third figure. 1, 2, 3. Have you done this figure? This one?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, then draw this. At first, we'll write down the question. Determine VCB in the transistor shown in the figure where beta equals to 150. This is a common emitter configuration, okay? This is common emitter configuration. So determine VCB in the transistor shown in the figure where beta equals to 150. Now draw this figure, and once you are done, let me know. Please be fast, okay? We will do these problems and we will discuss after this biasing. Biasing of BJT. By next week, we will complete this chapter. Biasing and BJT both. Is this done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what we need to calculate? VCB, right? We need to calculate VCB. So here in this figure, you can see, where is the mouse? Yes. This is the collector terminal. This is the base terminal. And we have to find out the voltage over here. Sorry, we have to find out the voltage over here. C to B voltage. Okay. This is emitter terminal. So this one will be your emitter, CE. No, we don't need to calculate CE. At first, try to understand what we have to calculate. We have to calculate the voltage among these two. This C to B, VCB. Okay. So whatever we need to calculate, our first approach is to find out the IB. Okay, that is the base current. How we will find out the IB? We will simply apply KVL in the input loop. So write down VBB, write down applying KVL, write down applying KVL to the base to emitter loop. Yes, got the mouse cursor. Have a look. We are applying KVL in this loop. Just simple whatever we have learned in our basic electrical loop analysis method or mesh analysis method. So we are applying KVL in this loop, and your equation will be, see, VBB minus IB into RB minus VBE is equal to 0. VBB minus IB into RB minus VBE is equal to 0. Okay. VBB is given 5 volt. IB is not given, we need to calculate. RB is given 10 kilo ohm, and VBE always constant value 0.7 volt. Now calculate this and find out the value of IB. Calculate this and find out the value of IB. IB কত আসছে বলবে?
Ma'am, can you repeat the formula once?
Yes.
I think I matched with formula.
Yes. VBB, voltage at the base terminal, VBB minus IB into RB, potential drop across RB, minus VBE, base to emitter voltage, is equal to 0.
Zero 0.43 ampere.
Your IB is coming 0.43 ampere.
Yes, ma'am.
ঠিক করে দেখো। 1 is in kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohm, another 2 is in volt. So 10 into 10 to the power 3 ohm will be there.
Okay,
no?
okay.
Convert it into milli or micro. Convert it into milli or micro. So while you are doing a problem, just have a look. Okay, whether it is in kilo ohm or milliampere or in micro. So convert it, or else your answer will be wrong. So be very cautious about that. So IB equals to how much it is coming? Man Verma?
Ma'am, 4.3 divided by 10 to the power 4 ampere.
Okay, do one thing now. 4.3 divided by 10 to the power 4. So make
Yes,
it
ma'am.
10 to the power 6, and I mean in both numerator and denominator multiply it with 100. So it will be 4. Just give me 1 minute. Let me calculate it.
430 divided by 10 to the power 6.
So it is coming 430 microampere. Simple.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's coming.
It's coming 430 microampere. So IB we
Yes.
got. Now what is the value of IC? IC equals to beta into IB. Beta is given. So calculate IC.
Beta is equal to 150 now.
Yes, beta equals to 150. What about the rest students? Are you guys able to solve it, or do you have also problems?
Doing my answer.
Problems are important, okay?
64,500.
64,500 microampere, right? Micro to chilo. So convert it to milliampere. 64,500. It will be 64.5 milliampere. Have a look. Milli means 10 to the power minus 3 and micro means 10 to the power minus 6. So divide
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Understood.
500 with 1,000. Yes. So IC you got Up to this done. So whatever is your BJT circuit in CB, CC or CC will not come, CB or CE. At first we will take the input terminal or input loop. We will find out IB. From IB we can easily find out IC. Fine. Next we will take the output side. Now have a look to the output side. Output side means this collector and this emitter side. Collector and emitter side, this is my output loop. This is input loop, the left hand side, which is done. From there we can find out VCE and IB and IC. Now from the output terminal we will find out VCE. Now what will be my VCE? Write down. VCE is equal to, see, VCE equals to this collector to emitter voltage, this voltage. VCE is equal to this voltage. So either you can write in this way, VCC minus ICRC minus VCE is equal to 0, or direct VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC. Okay. I guess all of you have forgotten. Suppose if you
No, ma'am.
have,
Done.
if you, just have a look. If you have any doubt in your exam hall, just look at here. Give a clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation inside the loop. I'll prefer anti-clockwise rotation. Give a anti-clockwise rotation, okay, inside the loop. And at first it is hitting the negative terminal, so minus VCC. Then minus IC into RC. Minus VCE is equal to 0. Or from there we can get VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC. Now find out what is the value of VCE. What is the value of VCE after calculating?
Doing, ma'am.
Okay, do it.
.55 volt.
3.55 volt. VCE is coming 3.55 volt. Okay. So VCE we got, VBE we got also. So what we need to calculate? What we need to calculate? Bolo. VCB, right? Yes.
ma'am.
So write down VCB is equal to VCE minus VBE. VCB is equal to VCE minus VBE. VCE you got 3.55. VBE we all know the value is 0.7 volt. Calculate it.
Hmm? 2.85 volt. 2.85.
2.85 volt. Okay. Fine. See, this is the equivalent figure. This is the equivalent figure. Okay. Same. This is the this is VBE. This is IB. This is RC. This is IC is going. So this one is done. This one was done by all of you. Is there any doubt? Anyone? Is there any doubt? Anyone? Any doubt? Anyone you can ask. No doubt. Okay. Now write down this problem. For the transistor beta equals to 45. First one. First circuit. For the transistor beta equals to 45. And voltage drop across RC is 1 volt. find the base current for CE configuration or connection. Find the base current for CE configuration. So for the transistor, again I'm repeating, just hear me out. For a transistor, beta equals to 45 and voltage drop across RC is 1 volt. Find the base current for CE configuration. Draw the figure. Yes. Is this done, the drawing part?
Yes, ma'am.
So what we need, acha, draw kora now. Now focus on the question. What we need to calculate?
Base current.
Base current. Fine. What is the relationship between base current, collector current and beta? What is the relationship?
Beta
We
is
know
equal to IC by IB.
beta equals to IC by IB. Very good. Or IB is equal to IC by beta, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So write down collector current IC equals to IB by beta at first. Sorry, collector current base current beta equal IB equals to IC by beta. At first write this. Base current IB is equal to IC by beta. Beta already we know. Beta is given 45. No problem with that. We need to calculate IC. What will be the value of IC? Where voltage across the collector is given 1 volt and resistance across the collector is given 1 kilo ohm. So your IC will be 1 volt divided by 1 kilo ohm. Simple. I equals to V by R. Calculate it. Find out IC. Substitute in the formula, that is IB equals to IC by beta, and you will get IB. At first find out IC. How much your IC is coming, tell me.
Ten to the power minus 3 ampere.
IC is coming 10 to the power minus 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that is 1 milliampere. Write down.
Yes, ma'am.
10 to the power minus 3 ampere means 1 milliampere. Simple. Now find out IB. That is 1 milliampere divided by beta. That is 45.
Ma'am, IB is 0.02 milliampere.
Yes, very good. IB is 0.02 milliampere. Very good. Remember. Next, this one. Last problem.
Ma'am, which one? The last one?
This one. Second
Second figure.
VB, Yes, second figure. Draw this one, then I'm dictating the question.
Ma'am, which one?
Second one. Upper row, second one. Focus on problems, okay? Mainly focus on problems.
Ma'am, can you remove the cursor?
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Do you have anything today from 4 to 5?
No, ma'am. I think no.
Achha. Shreyashi. Now, write down the question. A transistor is connected in CE configuration. A transistor is connected in CE configuration in which collector supply is 8 volt. In which collector supply is 8 volt. And the voltage drop across RC is 0.5 volt.
Ma'am, can you repeat, ma'am?
A transistor is connected in CE configuration in which collector supply is 8 volt and the voltage drop across the resistance RC is 0.5 volt. That is given. This one. This drop is 0.5 volt. Determine collector to emitter voltage and base current. Determine collector to emitter voltage and base current. If alpha is equal to 0.96, if alpha equals to 0.96, see one thing. They have asked you for base current, okay? And the relationship between IC and IB is including beta, not alpha. But beta value they haven't given you. Alpha value they have given. So using alpha value, at first you have to find out what is the value of beta. Once you are done with beta, then you can easily find out IB. Okay. So question writing part done. Yes or no? Question writing part done. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Done. Fine. Now
Ma'am,
write
can you
down.
repeat the question, ma'am? So she's asking
Question.
in chat box.
A transistor is connected in CE configuration in which the collector supply is 8 volt. The voltage drop across the resistance RC is 0.5 volt. Determine VCE, that is emitter to collector voltage, collector to emitter voltage, and base current, that is IB, if alpha equals to 0.96. So for the first part, they have asked to find out VCE, this one. See, now look at the figure. You have to calculate collector to emitter voltage, that is VCE. So this drop, I mean VCE, must be equals to this voltage minus this drop. This is your supply voltage. Your supply voltage is coming, and here there is a drop of 0.5 volt. So if you connect a multimeter over here or voltmeter, you will get this VCE, this voltage will be equals to this one minus this drop. So calculate it. Easy আছে.
Ma'am, means VCE will be equal to VCC minus 0.5 volt.
Yes, 8 minus 0.5, that is 7.5.
7.5.
Simple.
Yes, ma'am.
So this part is done by all of you. This part is done by all of you, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Done. Let us now move to the next problem, next part. That is, you have to calculate IB. Now, before going to IB, we can easily find out IC. How? Across this terminal, your collector terminal, voltage is 0.5 and resistance is 800. So just IC will be 0.5 divided by 800. Find out what is IC. IC will be 0.5 divided by 800.
Zero 0.000625 ampere.
Convert it to milliampere. IC will be always in milliampere and IB is in micro. Okay. So after converting milliampere, tell me. Whatever you got, just multiply with 10 to the power minus 3.
Ma'am, 0.6 milliampere.
Yes, 0.6 milliampere. Very good. So once we got IC and IB equals to, we know, IC divided by beta. But here they have given you the value of alpha. So beta equals to, what is the relation? Alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. Do it and at first calculate beta.
24.
Beta is 24. Very good. So your IB will be IC divided by beta. IC is 0.6 milliampere divided by beta is 24. Now just calculate it, how much you are getting IB.
Ma'am, 0.025.
Milliampere.
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can convert it into microampere if you want.
0.025 milliampere, ma'am.
Very good. So these problems are done. Now this is the this is the comparison between three types of connection. One is common base, one is common emitter, one is common collector. take a screenshot. You can write it in your copy. Okay. After
Ma'am,
the class, whenever you are free. Yes.
ma'am, can you give 2 or 3 minutes break?
Okay, fine. Take a break for 2 or 3 minutes. After that, we will start biasing. Okay.
Okay,
And
ma'am,
please
thank you.
take a screenshot of this one. Take a screenshot of this one.
ম্যাম, হ্যালো ম্যাম।
হ্যাঁ বলো বলো।
ম্যাম বলছি আপনি আগের অঙ্কটা বিটা থেকে আবার বলবেন? বিটার পর আমি করতে পারি।
সরি শুনতে পাচ্ছি না।
বলছি ম্যাম আপনি আগের অঙ্কটা বিটা থেকে আরেকবার বলবেন? বিটার পর আপনি কি বললেন? বিটা বের করার পর।
বিটাটা বের করেছো? কত এসছে বলো? 24 তো?
হ্যাঁ, তারপর?
তারপর আমাকে বের করতে হবে আইবি। সো আইবি ইজ ইকুয়াল টু আইসি বাই বিটা।
ওকে,
আইসি এসে দেখো 0.6 আর বিটা 24।
ওকে ম্যাম।
Yes, shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the basic, this is some characteristics differences between CV, CE and CC. You can see input resistance is very low for common base, which is 100. Comparatively high from common base, in CE it is 750, but in CC it is very high, 750 kilo ohm. In CE it is 750 ohm, but in CC it is 750 kilo ohm. Output resistance is very high for CV, moderately high for CE, and very low for CC. Okay. Now voltage gain. Voltage gain is about 150 here. In common emitter, you can see 500. Now we will choose that type of connection where our voltage gain is very high. That is the most, requiring aspect. Okay. And in CC, it is less than 1. Application, this is for high frequency application. This is for audio frequency applications, and this is for impedance matching, as I told you. And current gain less than 1, here high, and here appreciable. Okay. Now let us go to the biasing part. BJT DC biasing. Okay. This is in your syllabus. So just give a heading BJT DC biasing or DC biasing of BJT. You can write that also. DC biasing of BJT. If you are studying any book, I'll recommend you that for especially this BJT and biasing part, go through Boyle State. That is perfect. Okay. For this BJT part, for biasing part, Boyle State is very good. Each and every problem is very important, and you can expect in your GATE exam also 1 to 2 problems from here also. Okay. From biasing, you will get 1 or 2 problems in your GATE. Now, 3 types of biasing are there: fixed bias, emitter stabilized bias, and another one is voltage divider bias. Okay. Aro biasing hoy, but in your syllabus there are only these 3 types of biasings are there. And what is basically a biasing? Basically, the proper flow of collector current, okay, with proper collector to emitter voltage during the signal which is passing through your transistor. That is called a biasing. Okay. Now you may ask why we will do that, why biasing is important. Now the basic purpose of this transistor biasing is to keep the emitter to base junction properly forward biased always. Okay. It should be always in properly forward biased, and the collector base junction will be always properly in reverse bias during the application of signal. This is the main purpose of this biasing. Okay. So write down biasing definition. Write down. Sometimes in interview or in your viva also, it may you may face this question: what is biasing? What do you mean by biasing? Now, some students are saying, "Ma'am, biasing means connecting a battery." That is not the formal answer. The formal answer will be, write down, the proper flow of zero signal collector current, the proper flow of zero signal collector current and the maintenance of proper collector emitter voltage, that is CE voltage. Okay.
Ma'am,
Collector
and the maintenance?
of proper collector emitter voltage and the maintenance of proper collector emitter voltage during the passing of signal is known as biasing. During the passing of signal is known as biasing. In the next class, today I'll definitely finish this fixed bias part. Emitter stabilized bias, if possible, I'll do it today. If not possible, we will do in the next class. But for voltage divided bias, you have to keep a clean concept of Thevenin's theorem. So before your next analog class, next Friday, go through Thevenin's once. Okay. Okay, go through Thevenin's. I know you have studied in your circuit theory also, but again go through this Thevenin's part. So the proper flow of zero signal collector current and the maintenance of proper collector emitter voltage during the passing of signal is known as transistor biasing. Done. Now BJT biasings are basically three types. Number one, fixed bias. Number two, emitter stabilized bias. Number three, voltage divider bias. These are the three types of biasing are there in your syllabus. Okay. Okay. Now, in biasing, these three equations are very, very important. Okay. These are the basic three equations. So write down at first. VBE is equal to 0.7 volt, equation number 1. IE is equal to beta plus 1 into IB or nearly equals to IC, equation number 2. And IC equals to beta into IB, equation number 3. These three equations are important. Acha, load line analysis, I guess ma'am have discussed in your class. Load line analysis, Q point, biasing point. So, did you have any problem regarding that? Have you done any problem? Any numerical using this load line analysis? Ma'am already told me, Monideepa ma'am already told me that she has discussed this part. Hello, am I audible? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So I guess load line analysis has been discussed in your class. So do you have any problem or have you done any problems or any numerical from that part?
Ma'am,
Load line?
if you repeat that topic, then it would be better.
Okay, so in the next class, after finishing this biasing, voltage divider biasing, I'll discuss that part.
Yeah,
And
ma'am,
we will
from
do some,
starting.
yes, and we will definitely do some problems because problems
Yes,
are
ma'am.
important from there. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so have you written this three parts?
Writing, ma'am.
Excuse. Okay. So VB is equal to 0.7 volt, IE equals to beta plus 1 into IB, which is nearly equals to IC, and IC equals to beta into IB. Equation 1, 2, and 3. Mark this 3. Next, give a heading, fixed bias or fixed bias configuration. Okay. Now I'm moving to the next slide, okay? Now have a look. Fixed bias configuration, at first draw this. This is a fixed bias configuration connection, okay? So this one, draw at first this one. The left hand side figure. Now you can see there are two capacitors C1 and C2, and we know that while you are applying the DC biasing, capacitor has no
Ma'am,
value.
1 minute, ma'am, please. Let me just draw the diagram.
Okay, draw this one. Then I'll
Yes.
discuss. Then draw two diagrams, okay? both. At first, this one left hand side and then the right hand side one. Acha, just have a look, just 1 second. This is C, collector, this is E, emitter, this is CE, positive, negative. This is VCC, IC, current IC. This is also VCC, RB, RC, IB, VBE, BEC, 3 terminals. Is that done? The drawing part? কত দূর? Rimba and Man Verma?
The last. Just mentioning the name.
Okay. Now see, this is the
Done, ma'am.
okay. Now have a look. This is the transistor, and you can see here the I mean collector terminal, and in this side here is the emitter terminal. Okay, this is RB, this is base terminal, so this is base resistance, this is collector resistance, this is emitter resistance is not shown. It's not shown. Okay, and here two capacitors are there, C1 and C2. Now, as we are using the DC biasing in the input terminal, we are giving the DC. So capacitors has no value because for DC C equals to 0. All of you know that. So we are just redrawing this circuit. Just redrawn, nothing else. So this part and this part we have omitted because C1 and C2 has no value. So we have omitted this two parts. And just have a look. Here VCC and here also VCC. If you have any doubt, or suppose if you are unable to understand, you can do this way also. Suppose just connect this two terminal, connect this two, and take a common point like the way it is drawn, VCC. You can do that also. You can do this also. Both are right. Okay. So have you understood the diagram, the circuit?
Ma'am, can you please repeat once?
This is the general diagram of fixed bias. Okay, two capacitors are there. You can see basically there is a transistor BEC, three terminals are there. This is VCC, collector voltage. This is VEE. This is emitter. Which one is grounded? Basically this one is grounded. Okay, and three terminals are there. This voltage is V of CE, this voltage of V of BE, and here IE is passing, here IC is passing, this resistance is RB, and this resistance is RC. Okay, and two capacitors are there, C1 and C2. Now we are applying DC biasing. So for DC, the value of capacitance, all of you know, that is 0. There is no capacitance value in DC. Simply we are omitting these two terminals because this one is of no use. C1 and C2 is of no use. So why we will make this one unnecessary or bigger circuit? We will compact it the more we can. So we are compacting that. C1 and C2, we are removing this two part. Okay, and this is my simplest form of the network, simplest form of the circuit. You can see here VCC. Suppose if you are giving here 15 volt, here is also your 15 volt. It's not like that here you are giving 15 volt and here you are giving 12 volt. No, we are giving the same voltage. So either you can draw this one in this way, or we can do another thing. Connect this two terminal and make a common terminal like the way it is drawn over here. VCC common terminal, and connect this two terminal. You can do this way also. You can do this way also. Both are correct. Clear? Up to this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now try to understand stepwise. This is a circuit, and here the base to emitter is the input terminal. So this loop is your input terminal. See the mouse cursor. This one is always the input terminal from here to here. This is always the input terminal of the circuit, and this is the output terminal of the circuit, or output loop of the circuit. Again I am repeating, this is the input loop, the left hand side loop, this is the output loop. Because we will do in this way, we will proceed in this way. There will be two equations for the input terminal and for the output terminal. So here again, just a second, where's the cursor? Yes, got the cursor. Now see, the input terminal will be in this way from here to here. Whatever voltage, resistance, current we are getting, we will calculate them. And for output terminal here to here, this current, voltage, whatever we are taking. Now let us proceed. In the next slide you will get it. See the input side. Simply we have taken the input side. Now just a second, let me just show you the previous circuit. See what we have done, we have just extended it and we have connected it in this way, and it's look like this, nothing else. We haven't taken the output terminal. Output terminal er kono kichu amra connect korini, korbo na. We will not do that. we will only take the input side, that is the base and emitter side. Whatever is there, whatever voltage, resistance, current is there in that side, base to emitter, we will take that. So here, in the previous figure, if you have drawn in your copy, you will see VCC was here. VCC was here. I have just taken that and I have just extended that portion. So now this is my VCC. You can draw in this way or you can connect these two because both are grounded. Both are grounded. So you can take a wire and you can connect these two. Voltage will be zero over here also, and in the total line also. That is the neutral line because both are grounded. So now the current is passing and we will apply KVL in this loop. This is the loop and we will simply apply KVL. So we are getting VCC minus IB into RB minus VBE is equal to 0. Or if you are giving a clockwise clockwise direction, you will get minus VCC plus IBRB plus VBE is equal to 0. I used to do, I actually used to do in this way. This is the loop. I'm giving a direction and I always to prefer clockwise, and then at first it is hitting the minus terminal. So minus VCC plus IBRB plus VBE is equal to 0. From here we are getting IB is equal to VCC minus VBE by RB. This is my input equation. IB equals to VCC minus VBE by RB. So yes, tell me. Understood or not?
Ma'am,
Yes, tell me.
ma'am, so why we use here the term fixed bias?
Fixed bias we are taking because okay, so this one I have to really I have to check. But yes, fixed bias we are taking because you can see that emitter terminal is grounded over here. That's why basically this one is fixed bias, because in the emitter stabilized bias, the emitter is not grounded. So okay, this one I'll definitely give you a proper answer in the next class. Okay, why the name is fixed bias?
Okay, ma'am.
I'll definitely give you a proper answer. Now tell me, have you understood the equation or no?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Anyone? Anyone among you? Because whatever problem we are going to solve, we will solve in this way only. Whatever problem we are going to solve, we will solve in this only. That's why I'm again asking. If there is any doubt, you can ask. If there is any doubt, you can ask. Okay, so just write in this way: input side base to emitter loop, and then draw this figure, and then applying KVL equation we are getting this. You can write this equation or you can connect this to, and give a clockwise direction, the current flow of current, and you can write minus VCC plus IBRB plus VBE is equal to 0, and you will get IB equals to this. So mark that equation number, I guess it will be 4.
Done, ma'am.
Got it? Hello? Hello?
Ma'am, you were saying something, but your mic was off.
My
Mic.
mic is off. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now you're audible.
Okay, so am I audible now? Okay, so now name, why the name is fixed bias? Just Man Verma asked me. The name is fixed bias because throughout this operation, the value of IB is fixed. Maybe you are changing the value of VCC, that is the collector voltage, but IB you will get always the same value, the value of IB. That's why the name is fixed bias. Okay, IB will not change. Got it?
Ma'am, whether if we change VCC value,
Yes. If you change VCC value, IB will not change that much. I mean, maybe there will be a change, suppose in 1 microampere or 2 microampere. It is very small, very small. It you will always theoretically you will always get same value. That's why the name is fixed bias. Okay. So input terminal done. Let us now go to the output terminal. This is the output side. See, now we have only taken the output side, not the input side. Collector to emitter loop. This is our output side, and now we are applying KVL. So what we are getting, see here they have given the uh, current direction. So what we are getting, minus of VCE minus of IC into RC plus of VCC is equal to 0. This will be easier for me. See, minus of VCE, because this current notation, this current direction at first hitting the minus terminal, so minus of VCE, then hitting over here minus of IC into RC, then plus terminal, so plus of VCC is equal to 0. From here we are getting VCE is equal to VCC minus IC and RC. Even if you recall that that part, that is load line part, there are also VCE and IB. These two are the very important that you have to mark in the load line analysis. In the load line also, these two are very important things that you have to mark in the load line drawing. VCE and IB. These are the operating points. Okay. So these are the operating points. VCE, that is collector to emitter voltage, and IB, that is base current. So did you understand this one, or do you have any doubt? Did you understand this one, or do you have any doubt?
ম্যাম এই আউটপুটটা একবার বলবেন, রিপিট করবেন?
Kunta?
আউটপুট দিয়ে দেবেন, আউটপুট
Out. Sure. In the output terminal, you can see there. This is a loop. Again, if you have any confusion, connect these two. Both are grounded. If you have any confusion, connect these two. It will look like a loop, proper loop, and inside the loop, this is the loop current which is flowing or passing. So it is at first hitting the negative terminal of the battery or voltage. So minus of VCE, then minus of IC into RC, then plus of VCC is equal to 0. Or from here we are getting VCE is equal to VCC minus of IC into RC.
ওকে ম্যাম।
Now have a look. So this will be your equation number 5. VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC, equation number 5. In the next line, write down IC is equal to beta into IB, equation number 6. IC is equal to beta into IB, equation number 6. Each and every equation is very, very important for the problem. Next, VCE equals to, we can write VC minus VE. This one, VCE, this voltage equals to, we can write this voltage minus this voltage. Now see carefully, this part is grounded. So this voltage is 0. So VCE will be equals to VC. Simply. VCE is equal to VC minus VE. Okay. Now VE, emitter portion is grounded. So that voltage will be 0. So VCE will be equals to VC. Similarly, VBE is equal to VB minus VE. But E is grounded, so that portion will be 0. So VBE equals to VB. As simple as that. Done. Do this problem. একটা problem করো. Just a single problem. This one. Problem number 1. Draw this. Or if you don't have, do one thing. Solve this. Take a screenshot. You can do. You can draw this after your class. Take a screenshot and just write down the question. Determine the following for the fixed bias configuration. Determine the following for the fixed bias configuration. Determine the following for the fixed bias configuration. Number 1, IB and IC. Number 1, IB and IC. Number 2, VCE. Number 3, VB and VC. Number 4, VCE. Sorry, VBC. Can you do it by yourself? Will you give it a try?
We can, ma'am.
Okay, good. Just let me just explain you. Just draw, you will draw this. You have to calculate IB, IC. For IB, it's very easy. You will take the input side. Suppose during your exam, you have forgotten the formula. What is the formula of IB? You don't need to bother. Just take the input side. Sorry. Just take the input side. Okay. So it's simply VCC minus of IBRB minus of VBE is equal to 0. Simple. Capacitance values are of no use. So don't hesitate. The C1, C2 values are they are just creating confusion, nothing else. So don't hesitate, just omit them. So VCC minus of IBRB minus of VBE is equal to 0. From here you can easily find what is the value of IB. Once you get the IB, IC you have to calculate. So we all know IC equals to beta into IB. Beta is given 50. Beta is given 50. So you can easily find out the value of IC. Now take the output side and find out VCE. Simple formula. Okay. In the output side, you can easily find out VCE. Once you got the VCE, what they have asked? VB and VC. Simple. VB equals to VBE, because we all know VBE equals to VB minus VE. VE is grounded, so that is 0. You can easily get VB. Similarly, VCE equals to VC minus VE. VE is 0, so you can easily get VC. Done. In the last, they have asked you VBC. Once you get VB and VC, VBC will be VB minus VC. Simple. So give it a try. Okay. In the next class, I'll check the answer and we will do some more problems. Then we will go to emitter stabilized bias, and another one is last one, that is the voltage divider bias.
Ma'am, can you show the VBC part?
VBC part.
Yes.
Oh, VBC. Just write down now in your copy. VBC equals to V of B minus V of C. Just focus on the notation BC. So V of B minus V of C. Okay. Just give your attendance. Just a minute. Roll number 1. Roll number 1. Roll number 2.
Present,
Roll number
ma'am.
2 is present. Roll number 3.
Present, ma'am. Roll number 3.
4. 5.
Yes, ma'am.
6. 5. 6.
5 present, ma'am.
Okay, 5 present here. 6. 7. 8.
Present, ma'am.
9. 10.
Present, ma'am.
11.
Present, ma'am.
12. 12 present. Shreyoshi. Okay. 13.
Yes, ma'am.
14. 15. 16. No one is there. Okay.